company. Ordinarily, two's company. But contrarily, we disagree, no matter what it happens to be.
You're the perverse one.
I agonize
Night and day with you.
to compromise.
There's no way with you.
I wish I had picked a large boa constrictor, my friend.
Are you trying to tell me something?
You're the perverse one, two's company.
Indisputably.
Two's company.
Irrefutably.
How we embark on old Noah's Ark, pair by pair.
Not so loud.
So ask me whose company.
Whenever I choose company.
I gotta say, two's company.
Except for this affair.
You give me mal de mer.
Do you know what that means?
Could we let in some fresh air?
No, madam.
Au contraire. The world is alive with the sound of music. Robert, I'm back. Where are you?
I'm in the kitchen, madam.
Oh. I've just had my Sunday morning walk, Robert, and I feel terrific. Your mother hasn't arrived yet, huh?
No, madam.
I do think you should have met her at the station, Robert.
I don't know what time she's arriving, madam.
You know, Robert, there was a Salvation Army band playing down the street, and I felt so good that I joined in the singing. And they gave me a tambourine. How about that? I really do feel terrific today, Robert.
I feel rather tired, madam. If you recall, your dinner guest demanded breakfast at 3:30 this morning.
No, it's your own fault, Robert. I mean, it's the price of fame. Everybody's crazy about your cooking.
We all need 8 hours sleep, madam.
I don't need 8 hours sleep.
Yes, you do.
That's an old wives' tale, Robert. I mean, I feel so good I could get right into that typewriter and whip up a new plot for a thriller. I'm not kidding, no problem.
I have a headache, madam.
I don't.
You will have it. We all need 8 hours sleep.
How can I prove to you I'm not tired? I know. Give me a multiplication sum.
742,836,000.
Very funny, very funny. Oh, I know. I know how I can prove to you that my mind is alive and alert. I'll play you a game of Scrabble.
Scrabble? Now, madam?
Yes.
But I have to prepare luncheon, madam.
Oh, Scrabble is not like cricket, darling. It doesn't last 5 days. Now, come on, just one quick game. 2p a point.
5p a point.
5p a point.
You're on, madam. You're very unorthodox, madam.
Let's not discuss religion. Robert, did you get the guest room ready for your mother?
Yes, madam. I do wish I hadn't told you my mother was passing through London.
Come on now, she is your mother.
Take a letter, madam.
Okay. Why?
A. That means I go first.
Oh, my God, Robert.
I didn't cheat, madam. I have no need to. Now, you do know the rules, don't you, madam?
Yes, of course I know the rules.
So take your letters.
All right, take those back. Okay. I got them right here. What are your mother's plans, Robert?
Well, as you know, madam, she arrives here from Hampshire this morning, stays the night here at your request, and proceeds to Coventry tomorrow.
I do think you should have asked her to stay on a few days, Robert.
If I'd had my way, madam, she wouldn't be staying here at all.
Robert.
She's inclined to take over.
Like mother, like son.
Thankfully, we're complete opposites.
She must be a very nice person.
Quiet, please, madam.
I beg your pardon?
Just keep quiet if you don't mind, madam. So, now here we are. Wages. There we are, madam. That should add up to, 18. Yes.
Who said you could keep score?
Well, someone has to, madam. It's your turn, madam. Just a minute. You've got 8 letters.
What's the matter? Don't get so excited. God, it's just a game, Robert.
I thought you knew the rules, madam. You're supposed to only have 7 letters, and I got to take one of that. Well, I'll be fair and take that one. It's your turn.
Terrific. You left me with 5 vowels.
It's your turn, madam. I said it's your turn.
Don't rush me. Do you and your mother get on, Robert?
Yes, madam. Provided we see each other no more than once a year.
Come on now, Robert. She's a widow and she's alone, and certainly she'd enjoy a day here with us.
Madam, quiet, please. Are we going to play Scrabble or not?
Sure, there's nothing in the rules that says I can't talk.
Well, I'm not so sure about that, madam. Just let me check on that. It's your turn. Talking during...
Just don't rattle me. Trying to get me all upset. You're so afraid I'm going to beat you. Okay, here. Wait a minute. There. And there.
What's the word? Rat. That's very good indeed, madam. That gives you an opening score of 3, which means I'm winning. Yes. Now, here we are, madam. Prizes. That should add up to 24.
Robert, I scored 3 that last time.
Yes, I did congratulate you, madam.
I know, but you didn't write it down.
Yes, I did, madam. But, oh, sorry about that.
And you didn't score 24 either. I mean, you scored 21.
I'm sorry, madam. I scored 24. The P is on a triple-letter square.
The P is on a double-letter square.
I'm sorry, madam. The P is on a triple-letter square.
Look.
Look, there, it's... Ah, well, I mean, as I said, it's on a double-letter square, yes. You're quite right. 21, yes.
Big cheater. Okay. That's 30.
Quaggy?
Yes.
Well, there's no such word.
There certainly is too. It's quaggy in the sense that if you... What are you doing?
To consult a dictionary, madam.
All right, Robert, all right. I'm taking them off, all right.
Well, I think so, too. Game's worth playing. It's worth playing well.
Where are you going? Don't take that bag with you. You'll get out in the hall and pick out all the good letters.
If I leave them here, you'll do the same.
Okay, then we'll both answer the door. That way, only one of us can cheat.
Hello, Robbie.
Hello, Mother.
My suitcase is in the taxi. Paying for me, dear.
Did he bring you all the way from Hampshire?
No, he did not.
Hello, Mrs. Hiller. I'm so happy to meet you. I'm Dorothy McNabb.
But you're very attractive, dear. What was Robbie going on about in his letters? He is naughty.
Could I take your coat?
Don't give him a tip. He brought me the long way round. Got to watch them like hawks, haven't you?
Oh, no, but I love the London taxi drivers. They're just so full of fun. Won't you come in?
Oh, but this is beautiful. Oh, isn't it just beautiful?
Thank you.
Reading Robbie's letters, one would think you didn't have any taste at all. But you have.
Thank you very much. You're very kind. Won't you sit down, Mrs. Hiller?
I'm not putting you out, am I?
Oh, my God, don't be silly.
I won't be in the way, will I?
Not a bit. I was just saying to Robert, I was saying, why didn't you stay just a few days? You know, not
You
just...
said that to him?
Of course I did.
He never told me. I had him when I was 17, you know. A very difficult child.
He hasn't changed much, has he?
Now that's very witty. I thought you said Mrs. McNabb hadn't got a sense of humor. Well, she has. And what's more, she's got you sorted out.
Shall I take Mother's case up to the guest room, madam?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't manage stairs just at the moment. My legs, they're starting to play me up. Besides, I would like to be near the kitchen if I could, in case I should need a cup of tea in the night.
Well, if you can't manage the stairs, there's not much point in your staying the night, is there, Mother?
Well, I should be quite comfortable here on the sofa.
Oh,
But we can't turn the living room into a boudoir, Mother.
Now, wait a minute, Robert. It's my living room, and if I want to turn it into a boudoir, I'll turn it into a boudoir.
That's right, dear. Don't you let him answer you back.
What do you say we all have a drink? Wouldn't that be a good idea? Would you like a drink, Mrs. Hiller?
Well, I wouldn't say no to a little whiskey.
Neither would I. What about you, Robert?
Yes, thank you very much, Mother.
In that case, don't give me one.
What are you talking about? You wanted a drink.
Well, it would be too embarrassing. I mean, I was brought up to believe that a servant never drank with his betters except on very special occasions. I must say I was looking forward to my little drink.
And you're going to have your little drink. And you needn't be embarrassed whatsoever, because Robert won't be drinking with us, will you, Robert?
No, Mother.
You know who you remind me of, dear? The Duchess of Clayton.
What do you mean? You mean you worked for the Duchess of Clayton?
Oh, yes, dear. I was in service all my life until I retired. You know, this sofa's not as comfortable as I thought. Perhaps I'd be better off sleeping in that armchair.
Oh, now, don't be silly. You're going to have a proper bed tonight,
Oh,
Mrs.
but I can't take the stairs, dear.
Well, there's no problem. We'll just bring the bed right down here into the living room.
Oh, I couldn't.
No, we couldn't, Madam, Mother. I mean, either you sleep in the armchair or we send you to Coventry.
Why are you still here, Robbie? Have you no work to do?
I was playing Scrabble with Madam, Mother.
Playing Scrabble? Together?
I was ordered to play it.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Thank you very much.
I couldn't let you bring the bed down here.
Oh, no, but I insist.
Well, then you'll have to let me do something in return. I don't want to feel beholden. I know. I'll cook the lunch for you.
Oh, no, you will do no such thing.
Oh, but I'd like to.
You heard what Madam said, Mother.
I want to feel I'm wanted.
But you are wanted, Mrs. Hiller, isn't she, Robert?
Not in my kitchen, no.
But I could be cooking while you two are playing your little game of Scrabble. Let me feel I'm needed,
But
dear.
you are needed, Mrs. Hiller, isn't she, Robert?
Then that's settled.
What's settled?
I shall cook the lunch for you.
No, Mother.
Yes, Robbie. The lady of the house has ordered me to.
Oh, now, Mrs. Hiller, I didn't order you to cook the
Oh, I
lunch.
don't mind, dear. I'm used to being ordered about. I like it. Is that the...
Yes, it's right over there. Go ahead.
And Robbie, no coming into the kitchen. You just get under my feet.
It's only for one night.
You think so, Madam?
Well, isn't it?
You don't know my mother.
How much Yorkshire pudding would you like, dear?
Oh, Mrs. Hiller, I don't eat Yorkshire pudding.
You'll eat my Yorkshire pudding, dear.
I don't want any Yorkshire pudding, Mother.
You'll have what's put in front of you.
Oh, my God.
Something the matter, Madam?
Do you know who she reminds me of?
Who?
You. Yes, you.
But we don't get on together.
Well, that's just the point. You're too much alike. My God, I've got two of you in the house. I don't believe it. Robert, do me a favor and go tell her I don't eat Yorkshire pudding. It's too fattening.
She'd only order me out of my kitchen.
Okay, then I'll go tell her. Whose turn is it?
Yours, Madam. Did you tell her we didn't want any Yorkshire pudding?
Yes, I told her.
So what are we having?
Suet dumplings. Oh, Robert, I feel a little...
Perhaps you've strained a muscle, Madam.
No, it's your mother's suet dumplings.
They always remind me of a concrete mix.
Robert, what's that I smell?
My mother's got a cake in the oven, madam, large enough to feed a regiment.
Oh, my God, you're kidding. She's baking a cake?
For tea.
Oh, more concrete, right?
No, madam, lead.
Now, Robert, here we go. Now we're in. All right.
Sorry.
Hi there. It's all right, Mrs. Hiller. We're just, why don't we put it over there next to the dinner table?
Very good.
Okay, take it easy. Over the coffee table, right?
Couldn't I have it over there by that window? I have to be near a window because of my tubes. They need a lot of fresh air.
You sleep right in front of an open window, huh?
I like everybody to, don't I, Robbie?
Yes. Living with Mother was like living with Scott of the Antarctic.
Wait a minute. I got a wonderful idea. Why don't we put the bed where the sofa is?
No, dear. I'd be in the way then if I decided to stay on for a bit.
Stay on for a bit?
Well, I don't know that I could really face the journey. Perhaps in a day or two.
Oh, but you wouldn't be happy here, Mrs. Hiller. I do my writing in this room. And...
Oh, I don't mind, dear. I like someone to chat to. Cake will be nearly ready. You like my cake?
Now, Robert, listen to me. She is not going to stay on a bit.
Why didn't you tell her that?
She's your mother. Why don't you tell her?
Well, she wouldn't take any notice of me. Now she's at my saucepans again. Leave those saucepans alone, Mother. Now
I'm
put
only
those
trying
saucepans...
to make the place tidy.
You're creating havoc.
Don't you raise your voice to me, Robbie. Show a little respect for your mother. Now, shoo. Go on, shoo. I never like people coming into my kitchen when I'm working.
This is not your kitchen.
It is for the moment because I'm baking a cake for Mrs. McNabb.
She doesn't like your cooking.
Oh, wait a minute now. That's not fair. I never said that.
There, you see, she never said it.
She wants you out of the house, Mother.
Robert!
And I want you out of my kitchen. Or do you want a spank bottom?
No!
For telling fibs.
Thanks to you, madam, we'll never get rid of her now.
I'll handle this.
Good luck.
Who is it?
Oh, just me, Mrs. McNabb.
Oh, come in, dear. You don't have to knock, dear. It's your house, remember.
I'm trying to.
Are you hungry?
No, not really.
Oh, but you can do with a little bit of my cake,
Yeah,
can't
but
you?
just a tiny little piece.
Well, you go and sit down and I'll bring it to you.
Okay. Aren't you excited about going to Coventry?
No, I'm much happier here.
But you are going to Coventry.
Why? Would you rather I stayed with you?
Oh, no, Mrs. Hiller, you can't.
Can't what, dear?
Never mind.
So when is she leaving? I said, when is she
Be
leaving?
quiet, Robert. I'm trying to think of a word.
She is going to her sister's.
Oh, boy, are we playing Scrabble or aren't we playing Scrabble?
She isn't going to her sister.
Oh, I think you might have given me a hand, Robbie.
I didn't want it bitten off, Mother.
He was always very selfish.
I send you a check every month.
Money isn't everything. I
Very
should
well.
like a little sympathy now and again.
Oh, very well. I'll stop the checks and send you a little sympathy every month.
Now, you two children, you just stop it.
There. I've just had a thought, dear.
No, now, I'm not going to sack Robert if that's what you were thinking about.
Oh, I didn't think you would.
Then what was your thought?
Well, it would save me a train journey,
What would?
and she'd be ever so grateful.
Who would?
My sister. She and her Gregory haven't had a holiday for years.
Who's Gregory?
A Pyrenean mountain dog. They'd love it here. It's so quiet.
But you can't impose upon Mrs. McNabb's generosity, Mother.
Robbie, I'm an invalid. I can hardly walk, and I would like to see my little sister. Oh, don't do that, Robert. You know how noise upsets me. I can't stand noise.
Robert? She can't stand noise.
No, I can't, dear. A noise like that goes through me like a knife.
You wouldn't believe how noisy it is in this house, would she, Robert?
Oh, no. When you start your tap dancing, madam.
That's right. Oh, but darling, that's only from 6 o'clock in the morning to 8. But then, of course, there are my trumpet lessons.
And that's not as bad as your bongo drums.
That's only because I can't sleep.
And the reason you can't sleep, madam, is because you're worried about your singing lessons.
Yes, that's right. I have a singing instructor, Mrs. Hiller, you wouldn't believe. You remember that song I couldn't get right, Robert, that I have to do early in the morning? You know, what was it? Oh, I know. New York, New York, it's a hell of a town. Is that
No, it was much louder than that,
it?
madam.
No, darling. Well, all right, then you're talking about the other one. This is the other one I had so much trouble with. I had a dream about you, Mother. All right? What's the matter, darling?
Do you think there's a train to Coventry this afternoon?
Oh, no. Now, Mrs. Hiller, you're not leaving, are you?
I must, dear. My sister's expecting me.
I was only kidding. No, I thought your sister and Gregory were coming to stay with
No,
me.
no.
No, now, wait a minute. Your sister can have my bed.
Gregory can have mine?
Yes,
No,
right.
My sister. I'm sorry, but my sister's not well enough to travel.
Well, no, neither are you. I'll get your coat.
Get me a taxi, Robert.
But we don't want you to go, Mother.
Do as you're told.
Very well, Mother.
But, Mrs. Hiller, couldn't you just stay over for one
No,
night?
dear, I could not. I'm scolded once. Don't you start telling me what I can do and what I couldn't. Americans, you're all crazy.
Robert, oops!
Well, I have to admit it, madam, you've gone up in my estimation.
Robert, are you sure she's going to be all right?
She's fitter than we are.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear.
Oh, thank you, madam.
Thank you. I think we both earned ourselves a glass of champagne.
Most sincerely, madam.
Cheers.
Oh, no. I think this requires a toast, madam. To a humdinger of an American lady.
Thank you, Robert. Now, wait a minute. It's my turn now. To an English gentleman, a real stiff upper lipper. Cheers. Should we go on with the game?
I don't think there's much point, madam, really. I think I've won, don't you?
Well, I don't know. I've still got a few letters left over there.
The result is a foregone conclusion.
Well, it could have been, but you see, I was out of the room so many times, and you never know. I mean, you know you are a cheater, Robert.
I never cheated,
listen,
madam.
darling,
If you
I
don't
love
mind,
you.
madam, you started this one by
No,
taking
I'm crazy about you,
Just
but you
a-
could have...